It has now been 27 days, nearly 4 weeks since anyone has seen this woman right here.
You guys get up here, we found something.
Oh my God.
It looks like any neighborhood in America. Extremely peaceful, very quiet.
And this was the home of one of the area's beloved residents, 65-year-old Susan Mauldin.
Everybody loves Susan. She lived by herself. She was a widow. She was originally from the UK when she came over here with her husband. My name's Howard Fryer. I was a detective, the lead detective at the time this investigation was going on. It was a missing person when it was first reported by her friend.
She had missed lunch with her friends, and they asked police to go to her home to conduct a welfare check.
Her car was still in the garage. My first indication, maybe, like I said, she had maybe gone on a trip somewhere, didn't need her car, so she got to the airport.
When authorities ran Susan's passport number through TSA, there was no record of her flying anywhere.
Checked hospitals, talked to more friends. We expanded our search around the neighborhood.
Within days, police then pulled the surveillance video from school buses that traveled on Susan Street. And they could see a white pickup truck backed right up to the garage of Susan Mauldin's home, belonging to a local contractor named Corey Binderum.
She had originally hired Mr. Binderum to remodel her bathroom. It was about $12,000. He came in and demoed the whole bathroom, removed everything out of there, and then essentially never did any additional work after that.
All that was left was the toilet.
On October 23rd in the morning, she gave him the ultimatum that he needed to bring her back her money that day or she was going to hire an attorney. And then she went missing on October 24th.
Binderum confirmed that he had been at her house that morning and that he refunded her the money she paid for the job.
He provided a carbon copy of the check to patrol deputies, and it was a check for a little over $1,200.
Yeah, it's only 1,200.
She's only giving you 12.
Yeah, and that's what I gave her back.
Her friends knew the amount that was actually missing, and it was over $12,000, and they had told police that.
My name is Cassidy. I am formerly Cassidy Binderum, ex-wife of Corey Binderum. I knew that Miss Mauldin had been missing, and he could not stop saying how nice she was and that she was missing and that he hoped that they would find her.
Then a search of Susan's home turned up new clues.
They got the crime scene technicians involved. We began seeing blood spots on the lampshade. There were some blood spots on the floor.
Looked like her laptop was missing. We found a file cabinet with Binderum Remodeling, had a red folder in it that was missing all the contents of the folders.
There was no sign of forced entry, so it would lend to the belief that she opened the door to someone she knew and was expecting, someone who was supposed to be giving her money back to her that morning.
So now detectives pulled neighborhood ring camera surveillance video and got a warrant to track Binderum's movement on his phone's GPS feature for that crucial morning.
According to his original timeline, he met with Susan that morning, gave her a check, and then left, and that was it. He had left out a very significant detail. After leaving Susan's home that morning, he left and went to the Rosemary Hill landfill. He was there for several minutes.
The GPS information showed that Binderum then stopped at a storage unit he leased. So they got a warrant to search the storage unit too and bring in cadaver dogs.
They're certified to detect human remains and decomposition. The dog alerted on Binderum's storage unit.
Especially on the tool bags and bins that Binderum said he had picked up at Susan's house. Detectives were taking it very seriously, especially after locating surveillance video of Binderum at a Home Depot, seen buying heavy-duty contractor bags and 50-pound bags of concrete hours before he went to the dump, where he knew his truck would be weighed.
So he added the concrete to the truck to throw off the weight scale. He knew if he just went and just dumped her without anything else, that it would narrow down to it just being about the weight of a human body.
But detectives soon learned that in the days since Susan had disappeared, the trash dumped at the Rosemary Hill transfer station had already been trucked out to a larger landfill operation across the state line in Georgia. 2 weeks into the investigation, Corey Binderum's wife Cassidy voluntarily came to the sheriff's office, confident her husband had done nothing wrong.
She was cooperative with us. We explained to her the majority, not everything, but the majority of the picture we had been able to paint.
The reason we served the search warrant on the storage shed is because a cadaver dog hid on the storage shed.
Oh my God.
I watch a lot of true crime, I always have, and I knew what that meant. What they told me was essentially that he was taking money for jobs, not completing them, that he was blowing through money on drugs.
After 2 weeks on the run, Bindram turned himself in to face the forged check charges.
I personally believe he felt comfortable coming home at that point. Maybe he thought he had gotten away with it.
So the search for Susan Mauldin's body at the Georgia landfill took on added urgency. But after more than a week, as agents and detectives focused on the one cordoned-off area, no Susan.
Then on that 9th day, it was around 3:30, someone starts yelling, "You guys get up here, we found something." There she was, there was her skull.
Oh, I knew immediately it was Susan. I had no doubt in my mind, and they were able to positively identify it as Susan Mauldin. We found her body in the same style contractor bags he had purchased.
Ultimately, through an autopsy, they were able to determine that her hyoid bones had been crushed, consistent with strangulation.
We know what she did. We located Susan. We're bringing her home, and you're going to be charged with murder and tampering evidence to begin with.
Okay.
The prosecution went scorched earth, seeking the death penalty.
The death penalty trial of a contractor accused of killing a Fleming Island woman got underway today.
It took 5 years for Bindram's case to come to trial. Prosecutor Ashley Terry took the jury through the timeline of Susan Mauldin's $12,000 remodeling job gone very bad.
And the other thing that will be clear is that he is guilty as charged. Thank you.
The state's case is a circumstantial evidence case. That's what they're going to be looking at.
Were you aware that Miss Mauldin was upset with him and was demanding her money back?
No.
Were you aware that Miss Mauldin told him that if he didn't give the money back, that she was going to the police and an attorney?
No.
Had you been made aware that the defendant had taken a $12,000 job and couldn't reimburse it, and Miss Mauldin was going to the police, would that have been an issue for you?
Yes.
No further questions.
Bindram had refused to talk with detectives. The prosecutors learned he did talk with one of his fellow jail inmates. And now that inmate, Tom Smith, would be a key witness for the prosecution.
What word came out of his mouth when he said what he did?
He just said he shut her up. He said that she started getting loud and he was trying to shut her up, so he hit her or something, and then he started screaming and choked her out or something.
Now, what, if anything, did he tell you about hearing anything heard on her, broken bones, anything like that? What did he tell you about that?
Said he felt like something snapped.
Now, sir, tell us after he talked about what he did to her, what did he do with her in particular after this altercation? Recall.
Said he wrapped her up in something and took her to the dumpster or something like that.
The jury was back after 4 hours.
State of Florida versus Corey Louise Bindram. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment.
There's always a sense of relief when you know that the jury got it right.
Under Florida law, 8 of the 12 jurors had to vote for the death penalty.
They were out for a very long time deliberating that verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, I understand the jury has reached its verdict.
And so we know that they were thinking hard about what to do.
We, the jury, find that the defendant, Corey Louise Bindram, should be sentenced as follows. Life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, 5. Death, 7.
There was definitely a sense of relief from him when the life recommendation was read. Don't know that he cried again, but you could definitely see that he was relieved.
I was really grateful that they didn't recommend death and that the judge honored that recommendation, but he definitely needs to be in prison for the rest of his life.